What's going on? Zeno here. I was the creme de la creme of self-sabotage. Oh yeah, a real professional. My whole life, a lifetime of self-sabotage. And I don't know if you can relate, but every single time I saw results in my life, as quickly as they appeared, I would self-sabotage. I started training at 13 years of age, wanting an incredible physique, wanting to look amazing, training the body, and all the way through to 42. Over all those years, I self-sabotaged. As soon as I started looking good, as soon as I started seeing some results, I'd go back into my old habits. Start destroying the body again, back into the drinking, back into the cannabis. Not for me. What was going on? And can you relate to this? Like you feel like you really want these things in your life. You want to look amazing. You want to feel amazing. You want to create financial freedom. You just want to live an incredible life. But as soon as it starts coming into your life, all that hard work, something holds you back, doesn't it? And then you go self-sabotage. And then start the same process. I did this for so many years. And the harder I tried, the worse things became. The harder I rebelled every time around. Can you relate to that? I reckon every single time I tried to recreate my life, put it back together, I rebelled even harder, and I drank more and I ate more. What was going on? And I'm here to tell you what happened at 42 completely transformed my life. And when you do this thing, and I suggest you start with your physical body first. When you do this thing and you recognize how this works and how powerful it is and what has been going on in your life, you are going to apply the same method to all areas of your life. So simple, so easy, so direct. I meditated, I watched my mind. I meditated, I wanted to understand what was going on. All those years, it helped, but nothing really changed until at 42 I sat down and I realized what was going on. And everything in your life is about to change. If you're sick of self-sabotaging, if you're sick of feeling like you're in chains, something is holding you back your whole life, man, I can relate. A lifetime of this nonsense. And like I said, I was a creme de la creme of self-sabotage. It's almost like I was enjoying it, you know? So how is it possible, after all of those years of training and really wanting to look great, that at 42 I created my dream body? How is this possible? It's such an incredible short period of time. I sat down at 42 and I realized something needed to change. Just like in your life, right? If you're self-sabotaging and you can't stop, no matter how hard you're trying, I'm going to break it down, how everything's going to change. At 42, I sat down, I said to myself, you know what? I've been telling myself a story. And I saw it. And I was like, I have been telling myself a story of who I am, how I see myself, how I speak to myself, my internal image, my internal narrative. And I started to see that I was full of ideas and assumptions and beliefs that were not empowering me, that were just given to me by my parents, from my culture, from past experiences. And I started to watch my mind. I was like, it's no wonder I was self-sabotaging. My life and what I was getting from it was a direct reflection of how I saw myself, direct reflection of my internal narrative, a direct reflection of absolutely everything that was going on and how I saw myself. And the way you change this and the way you are about to transform your life, not just physically, you can use this for absolutely everything. When you realize what's going on, what you are is consciousness, present moment awareness. You are always right here, right now. And when you start to see it, that the thoughts especially the feelings and the experiences in the present moment, regardless of what is going and how you look and your past, is what molds and shapes your concept of self. And unless you change that, you are not going to change your actions long term. You will not change your life. But as soon as you recognize that your concept of self is directly linked to your circumstances, how you interact with life, your physical body, the fact that you can't get yourself to train or look after yourself, or even if you do, it's hard work. When you shift the other way around, as I did at 42, my God, you are going to go to town in all areas of your life. And so what you need to do is, whatever area of your life you'd like to work on, you need to reverse engineer the process. You need to come from the end first. Because what I was doing is, and maybe you can see this, I was always wanting, I was needing, I was searching, I was looking, but I never had it. I was never in possession of the things I wanted. And at the same time, I was also ultimately not really worthy of it, you know? My internal narrative was not really matching the life that I wanted to see, the life that I wanted to experience. And so I sat down, I said, unless I shift my concept of self, I was going to recreate the same future, recreate the same circumstances. However, shift your concept of self and your circumstances automatically shift with it. The way you behave, the way you interact with life, what you attract, the people that come into your life, your physical body. And so just for a moment, drop everything and say to yourself, what is my highest version? Who do I really want to be that matches the life that I want to experience? And here is the thing. Instead of you thinking that you need to go and create it, instead of you thinking that you need to go from A to B, that you're on a journey, you are now going to use the power of your subconscious and what you're telling yourself and give it to yourself first. From now on, my friend, you are looking absolutely phenomenal. You have your dream body. You look absolutely amazing. And what you're going to do is you're going to paint that picture and write it down as much clarity as possible, with as much detail as possible. And what you want to do is you want to see it, feel it, and then start identifying yourself with that daily, just by looking at it, looking at the words. And what you want to do is you want to give yourself permission and give yourself the experience of you looking physically amazing. Start using your imagination, your experience and your feelings and your emotions and your assumptions, your beliefs, everything that's filtering into your subconscious all day is what shifts and creates your concept of self, and that is what creates your reality. How do you feel? Looking absolutely phenomenal. And you know what I did? As crazy as it seems, instead of me wanting to create this and then rejecting it, when it came into my life, I said, this is who I am. And then I started to identify with the feelings and the experiences of looking absolutely phenomenal. And I said, this is who I am. And I started walking around the house, walking down the road. After all of those years of self-sabotaging, creating hell for myself, right? And as arrogant as it seems, it's a game, right? I said, I have a body of a Greek god. I have the body of a Greek god. And do you know what started to happen? Suddenly I was training. Suddenly I was eating well. Suddenly I was looking after myself, and it wasn't exhausting anymore. It wasn't some place I had to go to. It wasn't me changing and wanting to get to another place. You give it to your subconscious first, and you see yourself as that first. Start experiencing yourself daily as that. That is how the game is being played, and then you watch as your habits and how you think and what you do all comes in line with how you are perceiving yourself internally. And as soon as you do this for yourself, you're going to start doing this financially, relationships, whatever it is you're after. No more looking and wanting and begging and needing, because that is the internal image, that is the internal narrative that you keep handing to the subconscious. And it says, yes, here you go, here's more of it. Here is why that is a fact. It will validate in the external world everything that you tell yourself. It is working on your behalf your whole life. And as soon as you use it to your advantage, instead of you being a slave to it, my God, you are going to transform your life in unimaginable ways. And take it from me, what a disaster of a human being I was for so long. I was definitely not the father that I was proud of being, the partner. Physically, spiritually, mentally, all of it transformed in such a short period of time. Let go of that inner narrative and now use your imagination and what you're telling yourself in the present moment to your advantage. Feel it, experience everything that you are after right now and start identifying yourself with that daily. One of the easiest ways to start, download those askformations. It's going to be in the comments, the questions you ask yourself. The questions you ask yourself determines what you receive. So if you say to yourself, man, I can't get to the gym. Why do I not look after myself? Why does this keep happening? You are giving the subconscious this limitless intelligence, everything that it needs to prove to you why that is a fact. Why is it? Why is it that every single day I can't help but look after myself? Why is it that every single day I'm always training and I love it? Why is it that every single day, that no matter what happens, I grow in kindness and appreciation? Why is that? Use this wisdom within, this storehouse to your advantage. You are this creative process. And now when you shift from doing it unconsciously and then looking at your circumstances, wondering how do you change your life, not realizing that you have created them, as soon as you make that shift, everything will change in your life. When you give it to yourself first, when you assume it first, when you feel it first, when you start experiencing it in the present moment first and identify yourself with those things, the opportunities and the people and what needs to happen is going to naturally come into your life because consciously you're abiding at a brand new place. And your subconscious, this intelligence will say, yes, you're right, here. It will validate your beliefs and your feelings and your assumptions in your external world. Come, Millie. Oh man, you're going to have a blast. You are going to have a blast creating something extraordinary. You have to be it first though. You have to see yourself and feel it. And move your attention away from outside and what has happened and all of these things. You will just create more of it. You will validate all that stuff and you will bring your past into the present moment and more of it you shall have. You got this, my friend. You are absolutely extraordinary. You're going to transform yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever you would like to change in your life by doing it the other way around. I'm wishing you a fantastic day. If you would like to work with me one-on-one, start on this process, daily structure, please click the link in the description and please comment. I'll respond and I love you guys. Peace till next time.